Happy Friday, 7th grade. Was out already this morning. It's about 8 o'clock. I was out about 8 o'clock. It's a little bit later than that now. And it was nice and warm and beautiful out there. Chance of some severe thunderstorms this afternoon. Possible tornadoes. It's all we need now. Some tornadoes to kick up that coronavirus and murder hornets and shove them right into our eyes. Maybe catch some snowflakes from the other day and shove them on. Let's talk about blood today, shall we? So I have this PDF here with Barry the Blood Drop on it. Don't know if that's his real name, but I'm pretending his name is Barry. It's the happiest drop of blood I've ever seen. Very welcoming. And he is at the top of the sheet of codominant blood types. And we'll make sure I hit record here because I would hate to do all this and not be recording right down there. All right, we are. All right, so here are blood types: O, AB, A, and B. Now, there's only one way you could be O, and that is if you got an O gene from your mom and an O gene from your dad. So remember, we represent OO with lowercase I. We do that because of the isoglutinogen, which I learned how to say better, isoglutinogen, which basically means a markered blood cell with antigens on it. Except for O really doesn't have any. So we call that OO. You can donate blood to anybody because AB, and O has O, so you can donate to them. AB, when their antibodies look at this O blood, they're not going to see anything bad. Excuse me. And same thing for B and A. They won't see anything bad because there's nothing on it, so they're just going to let it alone. But they can only receive blood from an O because they're O. They can't get A, B, or A. If you're AB, your genotype looks like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. It is II for isoglutenin. You got some isoglutenin from mom. That was an A. And isoglutenin from dad, which was a B. So you're AB. It's kind of like that chicken that had white feathers and black feathers, and it has white and black feathers. You have both A and B. If you're type A, you're II. Now, if you're homozygous, that means you got A from mom and A from dad. So that's homozygous for type A. If you are heterozygous for type A, that means you got A from mom or dad, and then O from another parent. You're AO. And the reason that's considered type A is because this has no antigens. The only antigens that are present are the A. It would kind of be like with the chicken if you had black feathers and white feathers, or you had black feathers and invisible feathers. If you inherited black feathers and invisible feathers, you're only going to see the black ones. So this is kind of invisible to your body, so A will also be there. So you're considered heterozygous for A because you have AO, and that's symbolized with the I and then the lowercase I for O here. Okay. And now if you're B, you could be homozygous for B, which means you're B from mom and B from dad. Or you can be heterozygous for B, meaning you got B from one parent and then the O from another parent. And this is who you can donate to, and this is who you can receive blood from. Remember, everyone can receive O blood. Okay. So here's a couple of questions here, and we'll fill these in. I'll do my best. Let's see. Write the type of genotype. Homozygous for B. So homozygous means there's II. Let's make this a little bit bigger of a font. I. An allele, a gene from mom and a gene from dad. Now, if you're homozygous for that means you have the same type Boom. So that is homozygous. That is homozygous there. Heterozygous for A. So heterozygous for A would be this version. Your A, you have an AO. This would be homozygous. Homozygous means the same alleles. This is not the same allele. This is an A and sort of an invisible one. So A is going to show up. So this is homozygous. Well, this might be torture watching me type these. Especially if my Active Inspire is not working today. I. And that's heterozygous for A. So that means it would be. It doesn't like this when I'm over top of a screen. So that would be AI. Heterozygous for A. So that's saying A here, and I should have done this. I knew I was doing it wrong. I'm focused on my thing not typing. I'm not going to be doing this and torching you anymore. We'll just talk about it. I'll get this out of the way. This one should be lowercase. There. Oh, my alarm to get up. I got up before my alarm. Snooze button. We'll just shut that off. That was just in case I overslept. Got up at 8:30. So let's talk about the next one. Type O. There's only one way to be O, and that is if you are O or monsterized, which I just seem to draw. Type A and had a type O parent. So what would that look like? If you were type A and had a type O parent. So if you had a type O parent, that means they were lowercase I, lowercase I. That's the only way you can be O. Now, if you were type A, we don't know. If you're type A and had a type O parent, how are you type A, though? Because there's two different ways to be type A. So, if you're type A and had a type O parent, well, no matter what the dad was, right, dad would have had to have some A in him. Because if he only had B's or O or type O, you couldn't be an A because you're a type A somehow. Somehow you are a type A. That means dad had to have some A in him. So what if dad was AI? Could you have been, does that make a type A child anywhere? Well, A, I, A, I, 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 I. So there's a 50% chance you could be, but you would have to be this version of A. What if dad was homozygous for A? Would that make a difference if he was this version of A? I don't think it would. Let's run the square. So mom is still type O, but now dad is A. Dad's now homozygous. It would still result in AI, 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 so that's the only way you could be A. That was fun. All right, if you're type B, well, the only way to be type AB is to be I. Oh, what did I do here? I was thinking too much. Concentrating now, not on my typing. A. There we go. AI. The only way to be AB is to be A, B. That's a B. Blood can be donated to anybody. Well, that is O. I can give my blood to anybody. Can only get blood from an O. Again, that's O. I can only get blood from an O. That's the same. All right. Pretend Brad Pitt is homozygous for type B, and Angelina Jolie is type O. What are the possible blood types of their babies? Well, first of all, they'd have to get back together. This is an old PDF apparently. Okay, Brad Pitt is homozygous for type B. Homozygous. So we're going to put Brad on the side. If he's homozygous, that means he's B here and B here. And Angelina is type O. For oh so awesome. What are the possibilities of their baby? Well, I'm seeing the only possibility, I'm not even going to bother typing this out, writing this out, is I'll do one of them, is I, B, all of them are going to be this. Because B is going to go over here, I is going to come down. B is going to come over, I is going to come down. B is going to come over, I is going to come down. So the only possibility, there's a 100% chance they're going to have a heterozygous baby. All right. Complete the Punnett square showing all the possible blood types for the offspring produced from a type O mother and a type AB father. All right. So I always put mom on top just for mom is O and dad is A to the B. A, B. Let's figure out if mom was O and dad was AB, what is the percentage of each offspring they have? So there is put the I here. Okay. IA and IA let's see, IB and IB and I. So, what are the percentage of each offspring? There is a 50% chance. 50% chance it's going to be type A. and that's heterozygous. And there's a 50% chance it will be type B, and that is also a heterozygous. %50 type A, 50% type B. Interesting. Well, there's a few more on here, and these get fun, but I'm going to let them for you to do. Some little detective works. Mrs. Etsy is type A, and Mr. Etsy is type O. They have 3 children, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Mark is type O, Matthew is type A, and Luke is type AB. Based on this information, Mrs. Etsy must have what genotype? Mr. Etsy must have the genotype because this child has this blood type. Luke cannot be the child of these parents. Luke cannot be the child of these parents because neither parent has the allele what? So this is kind of like you have 3 children here, okay? And it says Luke is not the child. So Luke might be adopted. But how could you prove that with blood types? Well, you can. So I'm going to leave these 3 for you to do today, over the weekend, or Monday before we get together. And I'll do these 2 on Monday, and we'll compare yours and mine and see who's the better detective. I think we're going to be about the same. Then we'll have some other ones. But these blood ones are fun. Well, I think they're fun, and some of you think they're fun. And that's what matters. Okay, do 4 and 5. I'll put this PDF in the Google Classroom and have fun. Watch out for the Coroninados this afternoon. Bye.